My son just had a bar mitzvah. I know, it's so exciting. Woo! Mazel tov. I bet there are many of you who know what a bar mitzvah is, but probably a lot of you who don't. Let's break it down. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the little bell icon so you get notifications about all of my videos, and make sure you go to Grok Nation for the super detailed explanation of what my bar mitzvah outfit looked like. That's what's really important. Anyway, number 1, what does bar mitzvah even mean? Well, bar mitzvah literally means son of the commandments. Bat mitzvah means daughter of the commandments. Pretty catchy, right? Historically speaking, when a boy turned 13, he was able to be counted in a minyan, or a prayer quorum of 10 people. He would recite a blessing over the person reading from the Torah on the Sabbath closest to his birthday, and boom, he was an adult. Done. Instant man. Instant Jewish man. Number 2, what's a bar mitzvah like now? Well, now bar mitzvah boys and girls don't just make a blessing over someone else reading from the Torah, they often read the Torah themselves on their bar mitzvah day. They may often lead the congregation in prayer, and if you're part of the conservative or reform denominations of Judaism, you may even take a more active part in planning the entire day. Girls in traditional communities actually become bat mitzvah at age 12 because girls mature faster. You know how that is. So do the Jews. In communities where women typically don't read from the Torah, they sometimes will do a charity project or a research project about their Torah portion, or in progressive communities, they have Torah services where only women are allowed and girls can read from the Torah for other women. Number 3, I know you want to know, what about the party? I know what you've heard. You've heard about Mariah Carey at people's bar mitzvahs and the Rockettes and DJs spinning hip tunes all night. You've heard about fountains of chocolate and limousines and parties costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, that does happen, but not in my house. While many people do devote a lot of time and money to the party, in our family, we devoted a lot of time to the learning, the Torah study, the speech writing, you know, the boring stuff. Basically, I solidified my raising a child who, like me, hates fun. I'm kidding, but not really. In all seriousness, we had a lovely lunch at synagogue right after services, and a handful of kids came over to my ex-husband's house for pizza and dancing at night. We got balloons, we borrowed a friend's disco ball, done. Number 4, what about the money? I know some people think that all Jews think about is money. It is not true. Although it is true that traditional bar mitzvah gifts do tend to be monetary, and in denominations of 18, because in Hebrew, the word for life actually corresponds to the numerical equivalent of 18. We encouraged our son to donate 10% of his bar mitzvah earnings to charity, which he gladly agreed to, and the rest of it he wants to invest and not touch until he's 18. Number 5. The feelings. This rite of passage is huge. It is very significant. My firstborn is 13, but he still seems like so much of a little boy in the best ways. There are hints of maturity coming through. He carries himself a little bit differently. He's got like a little bit of a swagger now. His neck seems really long. He cares more about his appearance. He kind of speaks more formally. He's been studying for the better part of this past year. He has learned the melodies and the words and the philosophy of our people. It was so powerful to see him up there in a suit, and he was so adorable. He was. This is my boy. This is my baby, and he's growing up. He's grown up. Becoming a bar mitzvah was a process he took on, which involved a tremendous amount of responsibility and him learning how to manage his time and his energy and his sense of commitment to the Jewish people. He also got to complain about all the things he didn't like, and he got fatigued about having to practice so much. And if nothing else, he perfected the art of eye rolling this year. Mom. I would love this child no matter what, but I have to say that this bar mitzvah process helped me love him in more ways than I even knew that I could, and I am so grateful for that. I learned about his deep thoughts about God and Jewish law and the religious process in general. We sat as equals with our trusty teacher Shep, and I got to see his eyes light up and his brain near explode when he comprehended a really, really deep, deep piece of Torah learning. And I saw him hold up the trust of our people when he came up with his own answers to eternal questions, the way a true scholar should. I know my boy so much better from this process. I can see the foundation of the man that he's starting to become. And I feel so high from this entire process. It sounds so cheesy, but it was so amazing what it did for him and for me and for our family and for his place in our community. It was unbelievable. Mostly, I can't wait to see what he does next. Thanks for letting me share my experience about my son's bar mitzvah with you. What are your thoughts about bar mitzvah? What are some things that are still unclear to you? Leave them in the comments below. In addition, if there's other things about my religious tradition you want to hear me talk about, let me know. Thanks for watching. Go to GrokNation.com for more about the bar mitzvah. See you next time.